Hi, everybody.
Hello, everyone.
Welcome back to Chaosbane. Warhammer Chaosbane, probably part 3. That's what I'm going to go with. I don't think I need to be
Yeah,
saying it, but that's what I'm going to say for this one. And I'll probably forget about it next time. Do not do... Oh, wait, real quick. Chaosbane, Warhammer. Two OGs play. Chill with Jack and Jill.
yep.
There we go. Do not do tips, tricks, guides, walkthroughs, speedruns, 100% trophies or achievements. Play games for fun with the sole goal in mind. Invade your phones, gnomes, and your big screens, little screens, and all screens in between. So hit you with a blast from the past. A wave of nostalgia as we laze down the laziest of lazy rivers, a lazy river called life, to harken back to a time in the 70s, 80s, 90s, early 2000s that some of us may remember. Most of us probably experienced. Going over to Buddy's place after school or work, where you drop your pack, drop your gear, drop your butt in a chair or anywhere. It doesn't matter because you were there to play good games like Super Mario 3D World for the Wii U, later released with Bowser's Fury on the Switch. I think it was the Switch. Yeah.
Yeah.
Or to play bad games. And this is one that I wish wasn't a bad game, but it is. Remember Me. Because life can get in the way a lot of times. It kicks you in the teeth, especially as you get older. It's hard to organize events with friends and family. Health reasons, family reasons, work-related reasons. You lose touch with folks. So the hopes put on any one of these videos in the background. Invite us into your home. We invite you into ours. And we share the world's biggest couch, the internet, where there's a seat always open for anyone to join in these experiences, whether they're first time playing games that we've never played before, or much like in this circumstance, it's a game we have played before that we're revisiting. We'll take that trip down nostalgia lane sometimes. 10 years later, 20, 30. Even, you know what would be neat is if we hit a game 40 years up. Pick a game from 40 years ago and do a 2 OGs play or something.
40 years ago would be
85.
85. Yeah. That would be 10.
You would have been 10. Yeah. I would have been third, 2, 3. Around
All right, 2600 era.
there. I do have the Atari collection. Okay, maybe we won't go back 40 years. We'll go 30. All that said and done, welcome. Glad you could join us. To my subscribers, I want to give a very special thank you, though. Each and every one of y'all, because I wouldn't be doing these videos without you. And I promise you this much. As long as one of y'all stays subscribed, I'll keep pumping out videos. So thanks. You drive-by Rubneck viewers, howdy. Stay a while and listen. Alright, now my voice is terrible, but, I mean, it's always terrible, but it's even more terrible right now because I swallowed some spit wrong. And it sucks. Alright.
Hey, I'm not a Atari collection. What am I looking at?
Do what now?
That Atari collection?
Yeah.
What system do you have that on?
I had it on Steam.
I'll have to look at that.
It may have been delisted or something, but
Sorry, I'm trying to read something. Always a mistake.
Atari 50, the anniversary celebration, is a 2022 video game compilation. It was released for Windows, Xbox, Nintendo Switch, Xbox One, PS4, PS5. Game is presented as a 5-part interactive timeline. It had a bunch of stuff too. I think I also bought it on the Switch.
How old are the games on it?
Adventure.
Oh, so it went all the way back to the 2600, huh?
Yeah.
Is combat on there?
Yep. Let me double check. Yep. And combat too.
Huh.
Yeah, I remember. You know what? I may have even talked to you a little bit about it.
Probably have.
When it released back then, I was like, oh, it's kind of neat because it's doing like has the games and then also has kind of like a gallery.
Yeah, I want to check that out when I'm home next. It's kind of neat.
I'll have to check on Steam if I actually have the Atari collection. I could have sworn I was messing around with some Atari games on Steam. So, anyways, I got my water. I'm gonna put a dip in.
Because I've always said on air and off that like an updated, remade version of Combat would be cool. Where it had all the different modes, even though some of the modes were just, 2 planes instead of 1.
Oh, yeah.
The tank ricochet, like an updated version of that would be really cool. But...
All right, sorry, I'm ready. I know I take a while sometimes.
Nah, I'm trying to remember stuff, and I've had a blank spot on my controller thing for skills, but I purposely took it off because I wanted to use the points for something else. So. Oh, we already gone. Wait, I want to look at my image.
Yeah, I gotta get used to everything again. I've been, I think I filled you in already, but to let the folks there know. Got a lot of stuff coming up, game-wise. I've been spending a lot of time trying to get the year set up. So, currently playing the Saboteur. I beat Freedom Fighters, so those videos should be coming up.
Yeah, Freedom Fighters is just single player, right?
Both it and the Saboteur are single player, yeah. One is basically that era, probably one of my favorite eras in gaming, which was, these are waystones. They're basically teleportation things. Go to Prague, the Cursed City. It's not the Cursed City yet. It will be pretty much by the end of this war. But,
okay, so we're going to Prague, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Where was... Oh, one of my favorite eras of gaming, actually, is that Max Payne era. Third-person shooters, I felt, played almost the best that they did then.
The old PS2.
The PS2 third-person shooter games.
Yeah.
Freedom Fighters was a game I saw the box art, never picked it up, though. Just,
It's interesting you say that because I think I told you I vaguely remember the game, but I distinctly remember the box art.
Had you played it before? Or
No.
Okay. Get supplies. Okay, what's this? Alright, that's gonna be
that bear, that's neat.
Yeah, we're heading up more towards the border to Kislev, which is basically Polish, Prussian, winged hussars, Russians who ride bears in the battle against chaos kind of stuff.
Neat. It's a donation guy, by the way.
Oh, this is a new donation guy, huh? Okay. And honestly, when it comes to third-person stuff, like shooters especially, I don't think it was until Vanquish that the bar kind of got raised. Which I don't know if you've ever played Vanquish, but... Wait, what happened?
Techless is here? Was that his name?
That's Techless, yeah. But we got pulled back into the conversation again for some reason. Oh, maybe because we tried to go to the teleporter. Right. But it's been neat, right? Because I don't know what the oldest game is you've played recently, but I went back to... I mean, I've been playing games from like the 90s too, and it's been kind of refreshing going back and playing older style games.
Oh,
we're playing on very hard also.
Oh, are we on very hard now?
Yeah, we're now on very hard.
So more of these things should show up now that I upgraded it, and we should get more energy from it. And also, I think they're supposed to harm the enemies. I don't know how that works. It was part of that god skill stuff.
It looks like it is. But it's kind of hard to tell, right? Because
Yeah.
you have all these
Just
different
numbers
abilities and
just
stuff.
show up everywhere, right? I don't know what. That's a good question. The oldest game I played.
Within the past year. Let's go
I
with that.
don't. I honestly don't play that many older games. I wish I did. Yeah. I think you have access to older games, maybe. Um, you kept all the systems.
As many as I could, yeah. Yeah. And then there's well, Steam and Good Old Game. Well, I get a lot of it from Good Old Games, I'll be honest.
Yeah, yeah, that's probably something I need to look more into using. I have used it sparingly.
Alright. I don't really like these designs for these Bloodhounds of Corn. They don't seem as, I don't know. They're usually depicted as like the size of lions or something.
So they would be
A little bit bigger.
bigger here. I was about to say I have no frame of reference, but
Yeah.
but speaking of Warhammer, I've been reading up on some of the stuff you gave me. Like I texted you about the God Emperor stuff. Really, that's kind of neat. Whatever you got going on there.
Yeah, that's that God skill that I unlocked.
The conversation I mentioned between the God Emperor and Uriah, the last priest of Terra,
Yeah.
where he just showed up like disguised, even though Uriah, I think that's his name, Uriah, his first name, kind of knew something was off, but instead of just, killing him or whatever, had the debate with him. That was really neat reading about that. And the back and forth and, Uriah trying to convince him of the need for religion.
Yeah,
And
because that's
his quote, to
oops,
paraphrase,
go ahead, sorry.
yeah, one last thing, just to paraphrase the quote, and if I butcher it, don't mean to, because I know the God Emperor was trying to remove religion, right? He's trying to get
Yeah.
rid of all
Yeah.
religion, and Uriah said something to the effect of, just be careful if you remove it that you don't become a god to your people, something to that effect. Which is
Which
what happened,
is
right?
exactly what
Eventually.
happened, yeah.
It was really interesting.
In fact, that's what caused a big schism with one of the people that really caused the Horus Heresy to set off. I can't remember the Primarch's name, but he was with the Word Bearers. And even before they fell to Chaos, they viewed... The big thing was that he was basically whining to Big E, his daddy, how he should be a god, and because he is a god, and he was trying to promote it as a religion, and Big E was like, quit that crap.
Yeah.
And he just couldn't handle it. So then he kind of got pissy because Big E kept slapped his hand away about it, and he ran to the Chaos Gods, who were like, "You can praise us as gods because we are," more or less.
Yeah.
I'm kind of ID4 chanting it for anyone that might have been familiar with that now. I don't even think that website's up anymore, but there used to be some pretty hilarious, accurate, but done in very vulgar, hilarious takes on the lore for Warhammer. I mean, say what you want about the site, but there was some. The lore was more or less, 100, not 100%, but on par for what was in the books. Yeah, Big E never wanted to be a. Kind of like the Buddha.
And then I one of the factions forget their name, didn't the Space Marines chapter, sorry, didn't view him as a god. They didn't. I can't remember their names. Jeez, I should have written it down. Started with an A, I think. That doesn't help you at all.
No, it does. I'm not a.
Because
I'm
there's
not
a lot of them.
First of all, there's a ton of them.
Yeah.
Second, I'm not the. I'm not the biggest Imperium fan. I'm outside of the, like I told you, the Night Lords.
Yeah.
And but I mean, a lot of the chapters don't actually view Big E as a god, though they'll still present him as such because it's what works.
Yeah.
They do still hold him in high regard, but
Yeah, he's living his life on the throne now. Oh. I was gonna make a joke and text you and call him Schrodinger's Emperor. Because he's not really dead or alive, right? He's just kind of sitting there.
some people theorize he's basically become like the Chaos Gods, but for like order.
So like they're opposite.
Yeah. Because in 40k you can have what are called saints. Now they're not always Sisters of Battle, which are the, if you remember, the nuns with guns I talked about previously. But they generally have a higher amount of saints in their orders because their whole concept is they're more or less like the religious arm of the Imperium of Man. So they're pretty much all religious zealots there. So that's why there's tends to be a lot more saints out of their faction than others. And there's a theory that makes them the equivalent of like chaos demons, like these folks here that we're chopping up. These are bloodletters, followers of Khorne. I mean, look at this though, real quick. Back more to the game. We're on very hard. I'm not taking any damage.
Yeah, I think I hit my healing potion once on accident. But yeah, this is
So let's just grab a group.
yeah.
Come on, everybody. Speed this along a bit.
I don't even know what we're supposed to be doing, to be honest. We're supposed to collect something, supplies.
Yeah, we gotta get supplies from Red Claw, but we have to enter Prague to get to it, because at this point, Prague has pretty much been saturated in chaos for so long. It's on its way to becoming the Cursed City, which is what it'll forever be known as, where it's a place where the walls themselves shift and writhe and change as if it's its own living, breathing thing.
No,
So walls will pulsate, tentacles sprout, randomness.
that's pretty neat, actually.
Yep. Corpses of your loved ones will show up just randomly.
Also neat, kind of in a
appearance,
different way, but
Just to drive you mad and stuff, so.
I mean, Jurgen has no loved ones.
That is true, he's a witch hunter.
Witch hunters have no loved ones. They love to hunt. Well, I generally enjoy stuff that you send me, clips and everything, but I've really been enjoying those Justified. To be honest, I mean, I've always known about the show, but it was just something that, you know, I don't know, it just was never on my radar, you know, it's one of those things, but the more clips you send me, the more I am interested, because it is really
Same
the
boat.
speeds are very good.
I didn't watch Justified until like 10 years after it stopped. I just, not one of those series. Same things with things like Sons of Anarchy, The Shield, which I missed out on, which has been good, but I might ruffle some feathers here. I think Justified's better.
Timothy Oliphant really sells it.
Yeah.
Just from the clips I've seen.
Played a video game character. He was a hitman.
Oh, he did, yeah.
Yeah, when he had his bald head. I think he also had a bald head in that Bruce Willis.
Hold on a second. Cover me.
All right, I'm holding off like 8,000 of them. So you just don't look at your screen. Recover more supplies than the enemy. This might be a time thing.
Is it time going down?
Not right now, but I think once we get to that exclamation
I
point.
gotta look up one thing real quick.
Word bearers Primarch. That's what I'm looking up because that's bugging me. I want to say it's like Elephas or something like that. Nope, Lorgar. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Lorgar. Yep.
Okay, I had to make sure. I didn't.
Elephas.
Never mind. All right, carry on.
My wayward son.
Love that song.
It is a good song.
On my Spotify list that I no longer listen to. I was all proud of, but I found some gaming podcasts I really enjoy. So. Well, one. I started out with 3 of them, and I whittled it down to. See, I do that, like, because I don't want to have like. Because I used to crap on podcasts because I was like, it was kind of, I'm not listening to that crap. But I do enjoy it, but I didn't want to be one of those that had like 20 podcasts. You know?
Yeah.
I like to have like one, maybe another. You know, just to make sure there's something. But I've been enjoying the one I've listened to. It's really interesting. The banter, the games.
Banter games, but do they play games while they podcast? I must ask.
No, we have that over.
I think we've got an edge there.
We got that market cornered.
Who knows? Maybe there'll be a crossover like that. I haven't watched it yet, but that Always Sunny.
Abbott, yeah.
Elementary.
I read a lot about that, just glancing at things when I've had time to waste. But yeah, supposedly it's pretty good. I've never seen Abbott at all, but I guess people are saying it's a really good crossover. So. And then I think they're going to do an episode in Sunny.
Oh, okay.
It gives another perspective of what happened. So.
Oh, that's kind of neat.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess I gotta do this.
My guns are now melee weapons.
Yeah. Right. Yeah, I don't really do the podcasting too much. You think I would, but I do watch a lot of like philosophy YouTube and such, but I'm sure there's like a philosophy podcast somewhere. There's got to be at this point.
Yeah, I'm so oblivious to things like this, but I didn't think there was like so many podcasts. There you go.
Podcat the podcast.
Podcasts specific to things I enjoy. Like there are specifically podcasts where they just talk about horror books. Not just like horror in general, but horror books, novels.
Mm-hmm.
And I've listened to that a couple of times, so that's kind of neat. I mean, there's probably podcasts for every little thing under the sun, right?
I mean, that's fair, because, I mean, what we do is we just ramble about whatever's on our minds. We don't really stick coherently to one subject.
Yeah. I know, every once in a while you'll come up with some good questions or lists or something. And I might even come up with one. I usually forget them if I don't write them down. But... I was about to ask what level you are, but I can see it on my screen.
Yeah, you can see it. Oh, you still can, but
Yeah.
makes you feel better. Okay, so they're not actively collecting the supplies. The way that it has it written on the side, it made it seem like it was going to be like a race.
Oh, okay, yeah, got it. Where are we even getting these supplies? Are we just picking them up?
Yeah, there's random pickups that you just
Oh,
walk
okay.
over to. The exclamation points are basically highlighting it.
I don't know if we had to interact. I just now noticed that we have 4.
Don't worry, I got you covered.
Yeah. Let's just throw my traps, even though I don't need to. Yeah. Yeah, I must have the life drain thing on again. 'Cause this is.
And this is very hard. I confirmed on my screen that.
I mean, I'll take it.
Oh, here comes a guy with a banner.
Oh, cool.
So maybe he's tougher. No, he doesn't seem to be. I also do heal. Remember, every time my guy stance switches. So, and that's extended to you as well, from what the description said.
I've been keeping an eye on my health. I don't think it's gone down at all.
Oh, so this is what I was going to bring up, because I'm sure folks might have a question. What is Remember Me?
Oh yeah, I was gonna ask you that actually.
Remember Me was a third person, I guess adventure game with some light melee combat elements. Where you would go, I think it was a French development studio. You would go into people's memories and recreate things and play through in while engaging in the real world too. It's not like different levels, so it's kind of like pseudo open world-ish, kind of like an Alan Wake thing where you're not restricted, but it's kind of large areas.
Okay.
And you would use, like, I forgot what it was, but like recreate people's memories at crime scenes
Oh.
and solve them. And it was like a cyberpunk setting.
I don't think I've ever recalled. When did it come out?
Oh man, I'd like to say, like, let me look it up. I'm gonna poke a stick at it and say maybe 2011, but let me look it up, and then I'll give you guys a more apt description. Remember Me. It's one I really wanted to like because of the concept, but the execution was just 2013. Developed by Don't Nod Entertainment, Paris, France. Published by Capcom. You play Nilan, a memory hunter working for an underground resistance called the Errorists.
The error.
The Errorists. On the game start, she's been stripped of nearly all her memories. With the help of a mysterious man, she goes on a quest to bring down, memorize, and recover lost memories. Throughout the story, she's permitted to use her memory remix power to ultimately refurbish people's recollections. So, yeah.
Sounds interesting.
Yeah, I remember it looked interesting. I didn't buy it when it came out. I waited for it to go on sale. I played it, and it was a good bit underwhelming. I was expecting a bit more from it, but I mean, 2013, that type of concept, that's kind of a tough ask.
It's also a Futurama quote. The Pharaoh episode where he builds the big thing in his honor.
Oh yeah.
Remember me.
Remember me. I remember that episode.
The Pharaoh has spoken. Oh yeah, come on guys. Let's get this over with.
Yeah.
Surely the something will come along at some point.
Yeah, we'll find a big monster
Big,
and that.
ugly, pus-filled thing.
I mean, it's all very hard, right? We can't go any higher than this either. I think when we first played this, we didn't have actually really too many difficulties either, but it was a bit different then.
Oh, now one else going down. Okay. Not much. Oh, now it's better.
Yeah, again, every time my character switches stances, you should get like a big heal. Up there are those, so I'm going to go down here first.
Somewhere
Oh, yeah. Wizard of Oz game like this could work.
Oh,
You know, characters could be from. I'm thinking of the movies. I never read the books, but
I have not either. That's a good point.
so
How many Wizard of Oz? There's only the one I remember from one of the videos we used to watch where people would play bad games. But
AVGN.
maybe.
That was an infamous one, if I remember. Was the Wizard
Yeah.
of Oz? She
it
like
in-
threw jewels and stuff.
Yeah,
It was
yeah.
SNES.
SNES. Okay, yeah, that's the only one I can think of off the top of my head. I mean, there's
There was apparently one on the DS, I think it was, that was pretty cool. It was like a JRPG in the style, like the character designs and everything looked really neat.
oh, I could see that working.
Look it up. It was kind of a neat. Maybe it was. I'd like to say it was the DS and not 3DS. But you know, that's the thing I was always hoping with Alice Madness Returns and all that. The Alice games is maybe they expand that into a genre.
Yeah.
You could have called it like the dark and twisted genre, you know.
Yeah. I mean, and both of them. Just going back to the Wizard of Oz, though. I mean, a game like this, you would have just the various characters, right? The different play styles.
Yep. Scarecrow, Cowardly Lion,
Yeah. Tin Man.
Tin Man. You had the one I prefer, the Return to Oz, a very dark Disney movie. TikTok, who is my favorite. You had Jack. And coincidentally, in that movie, deals with her having gone to an insane asylum and them using shock therapy on her.
Oh. Yeah, that's one of those again where I've never seen it. I know about like the headless room and
Yeah, I forgot her
some
name.
of the characters. I can picture some of the characters.
I'll pull it
Jack
out.
was the Pumpkinhead guy.
Yeah, the Pumpkinhead. I'll pull out my copy. We can
Oh
watch
yeah,
it.
yeah. On the pile it goes.
Has to do with the Gnome King, which apparently all that stuff was like in the books. Not necessarily. I'm not sure about the electroshock therapy, but things like the Headless Woman and Jack and TikTok and all that. And
Now, if they did make a game and they included Return to Oz, they would also have to include the Wiz.
Oh, heck yeah. Which leads us back to Always Sunny in Philadelphia when they did the Wiz episode.
Don't even remember that.
It's one of their later ones, but it's still really good. Like, they rip off the Wiz and... or pay homage to it, right? So it's a musical. The whole episode.
I honestly don't even think I've seen that one.
What was it? They were trying to figure out... They switched bodies, and then they were trying to figure out if it was a Quantum Leap thing or Freaky Friday. So that was kind of the whole shtick. And they couldn't stop singing. Yeah. Because it was inspired by the Wiz. What's his name from Quantum Leap was also... He did an appearance. Scott Back? Yeah, Scott Back. He had a guest appearance. Where they kept thinking he was this character, and he's like, that was just an act. And then at the end, he's like, what was it? I forgot the name of the... Wizzy, when am I going to make my next leap? After he spent the whole time convincing him it was just an acting job. Oh, man. Sorry. Still healing from that crap. Surgery. Family, doctor, they're all saying, it's only been a month. It's like, so? When I was younger, I had a healing factor like Wolverine.
Yeah, I got a reverse healing factor now.
Yeah, alright. I saw images, maybe. I'm way behind on it, but I think I saw images of the Rhino in that Craven movie. Did you ever see that?
No.
Because it looks terrible. The image of Rhino.
I've seen one picture of that.
He looks like he's a rock guy.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, I don't know, man.
You just put a guy in a rubber suit.
Yeah. Wasn't it? I don't... See, I'm not...
Wait, do those shields cause them to attack each other while they're in it? Because it looked like they were fighting. It could be a Khorne thing, because Khorne's the god of blood, skulls, war.
But yeah, I'm not the biggest... I've collected my share of Spider-Man stuff, but I'm not that big on the lore, but... And it might have changed at times, but I thought like the suit was grafted to him or something.
The Rhino I remember, yeah, the suit was connected directly into him, so it's not like he could take it off.
Okay, yeah. But yeah, full disclosure, I mean, I've talked before about, you know, hey, it doesn't have to be like the comics, blah, 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 but I think the more stuff that gets made, the more I'm like, you know what, just, the more it does kind of irk me, I guess. Not enough that I won't watch something, but it's like, why can't you just...
Oh, wait a second. Now, this is where my headspace is at. I doubt this is kind of what they went with, but what if in that Craven movie, the Absorbing Man is Rhino also?
No, that'd be kind of cool.
Right?
And I actually don't...
I like the Absorbing Man, though. I always thought he was kind of neat.
Nah, he is, and then Titania.
I don't think he's a Spider-Man villain, though, originally, right?
Probably not. But he actually would be someone that I think would work pretty well in a movie.
I think he was in one of the MCU shows.
Oh, like Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., something like that?
Yeah, something like that.
They are fighting each other, you're right. Well, these two are just... Maybe it's just the hounds?
Yeah, they are... again, Khorne's whole thing is... They're saying is blood for the... Was it blood for the blood throne, skulls for the skull god, I think? Khorne does not care from whence the blood flows, or the skulls flow, is the other one. So... There's a guy in 40k named Karn the Betrayer. His whole thing is he betrayed his entire troop of other berserkers.
Just because.
Because Korn wanted skulls, and he offered up skulls.
Yeah.
My
people what they want.
Not my favorite character, but one of the neat ones. I think I may have told you about him from 40k was Lucius the Eternal. So he fights people, and whenever you defeat him, you slowly begin to morph into him.
Oh.
Until he comes back to life using your body.
Are you aware of what's going on?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, that really sucks. I mean, it's neat, but it kind of sucks.
And he's all like Hellraisered out. Like his face is all. He's got like a snake tongue. He's bald, covered in scars. A lot of neat stuff like that with 40k. A lot of like high school. This is gonna be cool. Kind of like scribbling in the margins. Your
oh man, I was literally about to say you're drawing in your notebook in science class, or doodling something. Never done that. Always paid attention. But...
yeah, right. Which brings me around to David Jaffe.
Oh, yeah.
He had that one game that I didn't dislike. I kind of wish they improved on it a bit, where it was like that. The whole gimmick was you were playing characters in a multiplayer arena, and it was all stylized as if they were doodles in a kid's book in school.
Oh, that does seem kind of neat.
I'll try and send you a link to it to show some like video clips and stuff of it. He's like a ninja shark girl.
No way.
Yeah. Like a female shark, basically shark with boobs in a ninja outfit.
Yeah, send me all of that.
Right.
That sounds like my dream person. A shark person ninja? Yes.
Yeah. And it was your typical, like, I'd like to say maybe 2v2, 3v3 online. Yeah, that was the worst part about it.
That's why it,
I think he was trying to push for it to be free to play, but at the time Sony was like, no, we need to charge something for every game. And he's like, but free to play is the future. Let's go clear out everything else first. Just, I mean, honestly, we don't have to, but
I'm just gonna get aggro everybody.
yeah, the more the
come on. David Jaffe, man. The original God of War.
Yep, just Metal, God of War. Calling All Cars, I think, was another one of his games. Didn't really do too well.
See, that sounds like one of those 50s Disney movies to me.
Oh, Calling All Cars?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Some goofy Disney type 50s, 60s, like Herbie.
Oh, wow, Herbie.
It makes me think of that for some reason.
You know what's weird is Herbie is not just old in the fact of, like, when we watched the original, but now even the remake with Lindsay Lohan and, what's his name? Batman. Michael Keaton, thank you. Yeah. That one, yeah. They remade it. I think they made two of those movies, the remake. I can't remember.
Is it still a bug?
It is, or was.
Yeah, we made it with a different car. Gotta stick with the classic. The bug.
No, if it was a Michael Bay movie, though, it'd probably be a Mustang. Dumb. I'm gonna be honest. The only reason I ever went to go see those movies in theater was because of our theater group.
Yeah, the first one wasn't horrible, but then, yeah.
Oh, we have to give them supplies.
Oh, we can donate stuff too.
Oh, that's right. All right, gold
Plus,
crowns.
I'm gonna need a minute because
All right.
I went up like 2 levels.
Yep. We'll take a minute.
Oh. Uh, quick trade. Oh,
Honestly, I'm just gonna keep all my stuff the way it is because.
I don't know if it would have been beneficial to still give it to the one guy at the hub, probably. But all right, let's see what I got. What did I unlock? I didn't get any points.
It should. They should carry over. So it's gonna be the
Oh,
same. Like
okay.
the same guild. Oh yeah, that's right. We unlocked stuff too.
Let's see. This is range attacks deal more damage. Okay, yeah, I want that. What can I get rid of? Because I want that. I need that. I need that. I need that. I need more skill points is what I need. I can't take anything out.
I need level 27 before I can get what I want.
Yeah, I'm good. But now I got a passive that gives me more damage with ranged attacks, which is good.
Don't forget to spend your god skill points too.
6. Where am I going?
I'm just going straight damage with everything I can.
Sigil 2. Sacred Sigil 3.
I'll try and find that David Jaffe stuff while I wait. Used to talk to him a bit back on the Twisted Metal board.
Oh, I'm good. I need to talk to this guy too. He's got an.
Drawn to Death was the game. It was a PS4 game. 4-player multiplayer in an arena shooter. It was set inside the pages of a teenager's notebook. It features a hand-drawn looking visual style.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I'll have to look that up.
Drawn to Death. The other thing I wanted to look up, because I used to talk to this guy also quite a lot. Not that I'd say we were friends, but we just used to smoke and joke a lot. And his name was, because it's been forever, I'm talking like it's been almost 20 years. Where is it? Paul Barnett. I used to talk to Paul Barnett a lot back in the day. Back when Warhammer Online was being made. But we used to talk on a long lost thing called MySpace. Back when that was the thing. All right. Get the journal. All right. Oh, Warhammer Online. Some good times with that one. Yeah, I guess we don't have to clear out everything on a map now. If we really want to, we can just do the main objectives. Cause, until we hit a wall, right?
Yeah. Spare some people's lives. Get the journal from the cultist. Alright. And steal someone's diary.
Come on. Come on, all of you.
Come on, a lot of you.
Oh, maybe you have to be close for my heal to proc for you.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't think about it.
Yeah, it's still not too much of an issue.
I haven't even messed with these fragments.
Oh, what do they do? I mean, I haven't either.
They're kind of like things that you add based upon what combination of gems you use, based on their color. It will give you a bonus, like more damage or more health.
I think if I need to, I could do it, but I mean, right now, I got rid of my fanning thing to get the points on something else. Yeah. Nah, it's fine. It's fine. I'll spare you if you come and help us. I need a pet. A familiar.
Well, when you played the Wood Elf, you got a pet.
Did I?
Yeah, you get a Dryad. I don't remember that much.
Isn't a dryad like a little fairy?
Yeah, it's a type. I'd say it's probably a type of fairy, like a forest spirit, like a tree person. Usually depicted like a tree woman. All bark, no bite.
Very good.
Sometimes I have it in me.
Damn, that's another level.
Well, we do get 129% experience.
All of Jurgen's skills are named after like blaming people for stuff. Persecute, like
Yeah.
guilt.
It is very much a Warhammer fantasy thing.
Oh, yeah. I was about to say a witch hunter too. I guess that's
Yeah.
a combination for guilt right there. Warhammer and a witch hunter. Must suck being like Jurgen's kid, you know.
He can't get away with nothing.
Did you take a cookie from the cookie jar? Cast persecute on your kid.
Yeah, we haven't been... Again, we've been so engulfed with doing the shield, so we haven't really watched a lot of variety of stuff. I did find out that they had a video game for the shield, which is kind of weird. They don't really do that too much anymore. They don't really take like adult properties and make games that kids are more than likely to play. Oh, okay, we have to catch this guy. Alright. We'll save you all for later.
Was it like a third person?
Yeah, it looked like it was some third-person jank.
Okay.
guess we gotta find which way this guy went. I hope all of that is following us, because that will be hilarious.
Yeah, when I show up, don't let it stop you guys from continuing if you're in the midst of watching a show.
Oh, trust me, they tried to get me. They're like, just one more? I'm like, that'll put us at like 2:30, lady. I don't think he came this way. And it looks like they're not following us, or they are to an extent, but...
They're half-heartedly. They're like, I've seen what they did. I'm not going too far. But it is a good thing you do with watching the stuff with them. Keeps them...
I try.
occupied, right? It's important. I mean, not being facetious, but important for keep them engaged.
Yeah. All right, so now we can start grabbing things together and...
where is he? Oh, is that him? Whoa, 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 whoa. Okay. That's my fault. I got a little too cocky there, because I died.
Yep, and I almost did too.
I think it's the big guys.
Yeah, yeah. And the cultist, he's no pushover.
They got some weird mark on top of them. I wonder what that is.
It's a symbol for Mark of Corn. I don't know what it means, though.
One down.
And watch out, they blow up when you kill them.
Oh. I too hope to blow up in my time.
All right, give me 1 second.
Gorbachev.
Hold up. I got a new ability I want to try to see if I can equip it.
1 point? Jeez, come on, people. That's not even enough to add anything. It's fine. I can't get greedy. Can't always,
Alright. Do we want to clear out? No, we said we'll get this chest real quick.
Yeah.
So, you want to keep going, or do you want to clear out the level?
It's, let's give them back the journal.
Okay. I got turrets now, so... Proper turrets, not just that one ability.
Yeah, I'll have to check mine too. Oh, is that your turret there?
One's right there, one's right there.
You got an ammo count or cooldown or?
A cooldown. Looks like they draw attention, so that's a good thing.
Nice. Stop throwing things out of Those hounds are looking the other way. They're like, nope. I see nothing. All these people just sitting around and they couldn't come with us.
Yeah, right. Especially Teclis. He's like most powerful wizard. One of them.
So he always gets there right after you're done. He's like, oh man, did I miss it? God. I'll be there next time, guys.
Yeah, next time. Don't worry about it.
Alright, let me check.
I'm checking, but it's just like, this works.
I mean, all of my inventory stuff. None of it is, yeah, none of it is better. So I'm seeing all red. Well, that might be, but what does that do? Yeah. Yeah, that's fine.
Oh, man. Let's do it. I'll bite the bullet on that one, because that's just way too much damage to pass up.
I got a little damage boost there.
I lose loot quality on one item, but I've got loot quality on pretty much everything, so. I figure I'll try spamming turrets. Since I really don't have a use for melee at this point.
What did that? What was that? Okay. Alright, I'm ready. Where are we going now? Oh, speak to Gorbachev.
The journal.
Like some fanfic.
Alright, now we have to go to the Garden of Urson. That's their bear god.
In the Garden of Urson.
In the garden. Bolt Thrower is a Warhammer 40k cover band. I mean, they do more than Warhammer stuff, but they've devoted albums to Warhammer 40k.
Nice.
Yeah, they're came out in the 80s. British, I think. Let me look it up. Let me look it up before I get yelled at. I have a couple other albums. Yeah, there's a Bolt Thrower unit in Warhammer, so English. Yeah, they're English. British death metal band from Coventry, which is a cathedral city and metropolitan borough in West Midlands County in England. Formed in 1986. So yeah. Check them out. They do good stuff.
Yeah. Oh, as per usual, I completely forgot about the bloodlust thing. That would have helped earlier when I died.
Yeah. Yeah, I led with that, but it really wasn't helping me out too much. Like, they were still taking chunks out of my health.
Yeet.
Rats. The rats are back.
Yeah, where did it been?
Too much pressure.
Come on, people.
I vaguely remember this map. Oh, Minotaur again. Whoa.
A little more mindful.
Yep.
Getting a little hairier.
Well, it is a Minotaur and they're kind of hairy, so that makes sense. He has it out for you, man. Like, he's completely ignoring me.
He can't see you. Line of sight.
That'd be kind of a neat idea for a game.
Yeah.
Make it like an apocalypse setting, and the only reason you survive is because you're so short.
I don't know why I thought about this, but earlier I was thinking, it kind of tied into when I asked you if the different styles of Warhammer were the same universe. If like a Slayer dwarf met a Space Marine, who would win, Space Marine or the Slayer dwarf?
Well, the 40k community would tell you Space Marines would. At least in lore, they're like supposed to be more or less like one-man armies. But I'm gonna say it's gonna be a Dwarf Slayer, especially if it's Gotrek. But he has literal plot armor, where he's not allowed to die because of an axe he basically found. If it's Gotrek, then short of a Primarch, I don't see him, a Space Marine, holding up well. But I give it to Dwarf Slayers just because they have to do more with less. They don't have all the armor and the weapons that Space Marines have. And they go toe-to-toe with greater demons, just like Space Marines. But they do it with just basically 2 axes. Because when a dwarf becomes a slayer, they shun any form of like ranged
Are they
capabilities.
not allowed to wear armor?
No. They basically wear loincloths, shave their heads, spike them up into red mohawks, and travel the world trying to find something to kill them.
Interesting. I think it would have been better if they had to go completely nude.
I'm sure someone modeled their dwarf slayers that way. does seem like things are getting a little more dice here and there.
Yeah, right. Maybe the enemy bumped up their level too. They got better gear.
Yeah, maybe they realized we're on very hard. What are we doing?
Are there female dwarf slayers?
Two minds of it. I'm not sure if... I can't recall of any in the lore. Not to say that it's not possible, but, kind of like for a similar reason, you don't see too many in Lord of the Rings, is, in Warhammer, dwarves are a dying race. And they live long, and they're very, staunch traditionalists for the most part. That, they try to make sure that the females of the race don't die because the numbers.
Gotcha. You know what? It had never occurred to me. I didn't even think about it until you said it. There are no female in Lord of the Rings.
That's part of that joke where Gimli's like, they just hop out of the grounds.
So the dwarves are that's Warhammer canon. They're a dying race.
Yeah. Them and the High Elves for different reasons. Dwarves are stubborn. They're very traditional. They don't like... They adapt and change very slowly. He's stuck on my turret. Oh, he was stuck on my turret. Whereas the elves. I said elves because it's kind of short for high elves because there's 3 different types of elves in Warhammer Fantasy: dark, high, and wood. But
okay, we'll circle back to that. But so the dwarves are slow to change.
yeah, so they advance technologically and everything, but they're very hesitant to change because they know about the corruption of chaos and how change causes a lot of that. So what they do is they try to play it safe, more or less.
So they would be the ones that would be like, fine, I'll get rid of my flip phone, right?
Yeah, like 50 years later.
So why would the elves be dying out?
A lot of their problem is because there are 3 different types of elves. It's basically they had ideological differences and split, mixed with so not only are they fighting against chaos, they're fighting against each other, and they're very conceited. And because they're long-lived, having more children means that you have to see. There's not really like an inheritance so much because elves live for like thousands of years. So time and the understanding of it is very different when you live for 1,000 years versus humans who live for a short time, comparatively speaking. Or dwarves who... I don't think dwarves live as long as elves in the Warhammer setting, if I remember.
Well, they're busy in the mines. To take it full.
Yeah, right.
So there's dark elves, obviously, are the quote-unquote evil, I guess, for lack of a better word.
Yeah.
Chaos elves, maybe? Is that a thing?
In the original Warhammer fantasy lore, yeah, they were literally just more or less straight-up chaos elves, but they kind of retconned the lore a bit to make them more like edgy elves.
Okay.
Where they're just like, we're evil, but we're not as evil as chaos, but we're not as good as other elves, and because we like blood and murder. We have a thing called Murder Night, where it's basically the Purge. Before the Purge was a thing.
They're like anti-hero elves?
Not really even anti-hero. They're just evil people who do good sometimes. would be a better way to... Until the end times, then yeah, they're basically anti-hero, but a lot of people don't like to talk about the end times. Because it kind of messed up a lot of lore and ended the setting. So basically what happened is the Dark Elves split off from the High Elves, and when the war happened between the High Elves and the Dark Elves. And that started because the Dark Elves, and again this ties into the dwarves being slow to change, the Dark Elves masqueraded, kidnapped a dwarf diplomat who was heading to the High Elves to secure peace because they were at war, and they shaved off his beard and sent him back. And that's a big dishonor to dwarves. So the dwarves, then knowing that there was a civil war that had happened, thought it was the High Elves which continued that war. Because of that war, it caused the High Elves to retreat from the New World and from the globe, and when they did that, it left a bunch of elves behind. Those elves would later become the Wood Elves because they either had no way to get back home to Ulthuan, or they chose that they wanted to stay in the New World.
Okay.
And then the Wood Elves created like a puppet government with Bretonnia, who are basically the French, like not even a joke, they're just straight up French caricatures of lore and myth and legend. So they use them as kind of like a buffer because they know that they're outnumbered, being in the rest of the Warhammer world. So the Dark Elves are like on the border of part of the Chaos Waste, so they're always in frequent combat with these types of people that we're fighting right now. Minus the rats. Though I'm sure there are rats. There's always rats.
And may they eat your eyes.
But there are no rats in that game, right?
No.
I don't recall any rats.
Not enemies.
I was going to say, rats are a pretty common enemy in video games. Not in Eternal Darkness, folks. You know what is an enemy in that game? The controls. The controls are your enemy in that game. Especially when you're fighting a giant blue punk. I think he was blue.
Actually, I think you chose Zelatoth, the green path. Yeah, Zelatoth was the green one. Ulioth is the blue, and Chiturga is the red. So you chose the one, excuse me, the guardian that messed with your stance more. So I think that was green.
Oh.
Or that was the enemy that you were facing.
Yeah, I couldn't remember. Maybe if I saw the videos of the different bosses. Could have sworn I fought like a blue guy, but
I might be misremembering that.
Because blue is my favorite color, so I'd be more inclined to... Not that, I dig the story of that game. I really did. It was just, man, the controls.
I'm way over there.
Yeah. What is she saying this time? Find the message. Oh no, more of these. They really wanted to mess with us. It'd be nothing but like Minotaurs or something.
Like 5 or 6 of them bumping into each other. Unless they're the smaller Minotaurs. Mini Minotaurs.
A Minotaur? Minotaur?
Mm-hmm. How cute would a baby Minotaur be?
A baby Minotaur.
What's the lore behind the Minotaur? Did someone get turned into one or something?
In Warhammer, what happened was there was a period of time early on when man had just recently been created. The dwarves and elves had existed for a while, and a big wind from the northern waste, from the Chaos realms, blew through the old world and caused things to just go crazy. And it mutated man and beast together.
Huh.
And from that is where the Beastmen, and that includes the Minotaurs, that's where they came from. And from then on, they just, you know, they just have sex with females, and, well,
That's kind of what I was getting
this
at.
is
when
something
I
they've
finished the baby
retconned.
Minotaur is if Minotaurs had sex.
They do. Now, they didn't really retcon this, but the Beastmen are specifically known for raping and doing all that bad stuff. Because that's kind of their thing. They're the straight-up children of chaos. Because they're born and bred of chaos, they don't actually follow the chaos gods. They embody the chaos gods completely. So the chaos gods actually don't give them any kind of favor. You know how I was telling you about how chaos can warp and mutate their champions? Well, the chaos gods know that the beastmen are their children, and that they'll love chaos innately and unduly. So they don't show them any kind of favoritism or even look at them. So they're left to their own devices, and their whole thing is they just want to tear down order and civilization. They hate it that much. That's their shtick. And the Minotaurs are like a sub-genre of a type of beastman. You got Gores, you've got Ungors, you've got Minotaur. You've got the Gorgons, which are Minotaur who turn cannibal, and they eat Minotaur, and then they grow into the size of, like, dragons and giants, and they have 4 arms. And they're the size of, basically, skyscrapers would be a way to put their size into perspective. Then you have the Brass Bull, who's a unique case where one of the Chaos Gods decided to try and bless a Minotaur and sent an envoy to tell him, and as soon as he started talking, the Minotaur ate him. So Khorne was like, alright, screw you, dude. I'm going to cover your entire body in brass, which is going to make you basically immune to any type of sword slashes or anything, except for one spot, and that's going to be your throat. So, that's his one weak point.
His Achilles heel.
His Achilles heel, yep. No, the Minotaur, yeah, they're a baby Minotaur in Warhammer. Unlike orcs, who apparently, they're fungal, so they spread spores every time they fight, every time they die. They spread a fungus, and from them can either sprout a snotling, a goblin, a squig, or an orc. And they grow quick. So. It was more of a Warhammer 40k thing, but then they retconned it back into fantasy. I think it's a good change.
Yeah,
it's interesting.
Different. Snotling.
Yeah. Yeah. They're like the size of a house cat and 8 times dumber than a dog. But they try to help. They're really stupid.
I'm helping.
Exactly. That would be the best way to describe them. Found papers. Didn't see nothing. Oh, God skills. That's right. Reach the Chaos Camp. The Chaos Camp. Alright. What's this? Is this better?
Yeah, let me see what I got here.
This is objectively better, but I'll lose out on loot quality. Yeah, maybe I will.
What is, like, counterattack damage?
I think every time you get hit, they take damage.
It's a lot more health and armor though. In cooldown reduction. We'll go with that. Health regen, okay. What about that? Yeah, we go with that. Sword. I mean, nah.
You know what? I'll stick to it. Forget loot quality. As long as I have health drain.
Right? Oh, what's that gun do?
It gets your guns on.
Crit hit chance, critical damage master. Sure. And no. Get rid of this. One second.
Oh, good. I'm tracking my pathway. That's damage. That's crit damage, which is nice, but if I could get something that improves crit. Chance. Health and armor. Health.
I gotta pee real fast. I'll be right back.
Alright, no worries. I will keep them entertained as best as I can. Sorry, my mind is a bit all over the place with that, folks. I am got an immense amount of pain right now. And actually, I'll be right back, and then I'll be back to entertain you. But yeah, maybe standing up for a second will help. Alright, I'm back. Sorry about that. Oh, when did Clive Barker's Undying come out? Because I played that within the past couple years. Normally I'd play Castlevania 3 and everything. I played that, but I play that like every year. 2001. That might be the oldest one I played. Where did Risen 1 come out? (2009). Okay, so yeah, Clive Barker's Undying. I had fun with that one. Let me write that down. I'm looking at some other games here. Enclave might be one to check out.
I'm back.
Howdy.
Goodness. Nothing.
No, I was just rambling about how I think Clive Barker's Undying was the oldest game in the past couple of years I played. Talking about, I was going to talk a bit more about how the Syndicate videos have been dropping, which is the one that had Rosario Dawson and a couple other big named actors who did voice work. And then writing down some games, older games I'm going to look into.
Well, let me, before I forget, give you a Lane update. I'm done with the first disc. There's 4 episodes left.
Still don't know.
I hope to get some answers
Yep.
in those last 4 episodes.
Oh, it's coming. Don't worry. It's coming.
Oh my God. You know, I'm not always the most observant person.
Real quick, I want to say Lane is not one of those that tries to, sniff its own farts. Mm-hmm. It's just one of those where it's meant to put everyone who watches it on the back foot to where by the end of it you have to take some time to process what you've seen.
Because I'm in the back of my mind, I'm constantly thinking, did I miss something?
Yeah. No, you didn't.
Okay.
Or maybe you did, but it's nothing like glaring like you're an idiot, you missed that. It's
all part of the process is not the right word. Just all part of the experience of it.
Yeah.
It did venture into some dark and uncomfortable places.
Yes. So. Yes. It does.
And I was like, that's kind of... But, yeah.
How's Silent Hill 2 coming? Uh-oh. Do they at least have it working?
No, it is. I mean, you know me. If it takes you 8 hours to beat a game, it's going to take me like 30. Just because I move so much slower in games. I'll pick it up again tonight. I'm currently still tracking Laura.
Damn it, Laura.
Oh, brat, man. Yeah, still enjoying it. And then, once again, the plan would be, after that, hit up Alan Wake 2 DLC, Shadows of the Damned, and then the Indiana Jones game that I keep hearing really good things about.
That's a game series or film series or property that's had a lot of games, honestly. Most I haven't played. Yeah. Indiana Jones.
I haven't played any of them, surprisingly, and it's one of my favorite.
Even not even the NES one?
Nope. And it was my first legit theater experience. That's a series more so than Star Wars that I grew up with. I need to get those on Blu-ray. I have an old DVD set. And then I'm sure something will come up by then, but I've added some stuff to the wish list, like Elix.
Ah, yeah. Yeah.
I might dip into that, and I have a lot of stuff on my wish list that's not out yet. Let's see how it goes.
Yeah, most of the game stuff on my end has just been backlog stuff mixed with looking for older games on good old games to play just to branch out a bit.
I do kind of pigeonhole myself into Steam just because I get lazy, you know. Although I'm trying to get more Xbox stuff, again, to justify my purchase. Oh, that reminds me, I need to buy another controller eventually. So I have one for each. Oh, how about that podcast that I listen to? They talk a lot. They joke a lot about it too. About the Switch 2.
Oh, really?
Here, apparently, just all the news that, well, quote unquote news, because
Yeah.
no one has any
Rumors of
idea,
this,
right? It's like some stuff I read. People are just like fascinated about the most minute possible detail about it. You know, it's like we know what this looks like now, or here's a concept art of what this looks like. I'm like, just chill, guys. I imagine Nintendo people are like looking at all this stuff and kind of chuckling, like releasing Lego Game Boys. You know, it's like we're gonna release a console, the Lego Game Boy. It's kind of funny, but...
Yeah, they. I've been hearing about Switch 2 for like 8 years now, almost. No, probably like 5 years, honestly. Some of these YouTube channels have been talking about the Switch 2 coming out for years, and I just got fed up with them. Just like,
Yeah.
shut up. It'll release when it releases. I know you're trying to get views and hype the channel, but come on, give me a break.
I was a little shocked that I heard or when it caught up to me that the Switch is 7 years old, 7, 8 years old.
Oh yeah, it's had a long shelf life.
That's pretty.
Then again, the Wii U was such a bomb that, I mean, they kind of needed to do it.
Yeah.
To give it such a long life.
I mean, for it not even being a console that I own, I've gotten a lot of entertainment out of it. Right, Bowser's Fury.
Yeah.
Just all the little stuff we played. We had some good times with it.
Yeah, I played Astral Chain on it. That was fun. It's a solid console. You know,
Yeah.
It's not my favorite, but it's good. It's not bad. It's not a bad console. Had a good gimmick with it. Gimmick's not a dirty word as much as some people might like to say it is, but
Some gimmicks can be really cool.
yeah,
The Wii.
it's the ones you want. Oh, I thought that said frog launcher. It's Forge launcher. I'm like, I can get a frog launcher, man.
I really would have liked the frog launcher.
Yeah, that would. Come on.
Yeah, my thumb is oh, I keep forgetting.
Yeah, hold it down. Yeah, you can hold it down.
Halfway through saying that, I was like, oh wait. Oh man, like I said, not the most observant. I like to joke, and I say this mockingly, because I don't consider the fact that I have a master's degree that special. It just meant I spent more money.
Yeah.
But I like to joke around that I'm the dumbest person I know. Or the smartest dumb person. Take your pick.
So, I'm going to spin our conversation away from an argument on who is the smartest person in our family real quick to bring us to what's a game you didn't think was going to be good, but you played it and you enjoyed it.
That is a good question.
And I guess maybe this is because it's more fresh in my mind because I played it recently. And I've always, to be fair, I've always heard good things about. But before going into it, I thought this is a game that came out in 2003. It can't be that good of a game. It's probably just good because of the time it came out. But Freedom Fighters was a genuinely good experience once you get into it. The first level is not a very good because it's a tutorial, but I was genuinely surprised at how much I was enjoying it. Even though it wasn't particularly deep, it wasn't flashy. It kind of just did what it says it's about and moves on.
I'm honest. I'm really thinking about it because part of the problem for me
Remembering?
is remembering because
Yeah.
recent years I've been very particular about what I do. Like I remove more things from my wish list than I add. Usually, I'll just be like, I'm never getting that. Just drop it. I'm thinking there's got to be something in the PS2 era. 'Cause that's or PS3.
And that's the thing,
That's
folks.
when I really bought a lot of stuff, right?
You gotta realize we've been playing games for a long time. We've played more games than probably a lot of people will ever play.
Yeah.
And then there's plenty of other people who've played far more games than we have. But, point being is we've forgotten more games than a lot of people will ever own.
That's that's a good question, but it's also something I might, if I don't answer it today, I'm probably going to wind up thinking about. So I do want to answer it, to be honest. I would like to find out what I would think.
And Freedom Fighters isn't the only one. I've played tons of games. I just it's the freshest one in my mind.
Yeah. You said it was like Pikmin, right?
Yeah, it was like a weird Max Payne meets Pikmin, where you get like
People following
people
you.
that you follow or that follow you, and there's different types. Like one might have a Molotov, one might have a pistol, one might have an AK, but for the most part, they all do the same thing. So I was thinking if they remade it, that they would do it where they'd create different types. So you'd have like a big bruiser who could like break down doors, another one that does demolitions and can plant bombs, another one that can. But it was a really neat combination of gameplay, especially at the time. Very bare bones compared to what we'd see today, but back in 2003, I could see the appeal. Not as story heavy as I was expecting. I was expecting a lot more cutscenes and dialogue, but for better or for worse, it's basically Red Dawn, the video game. I guess you don't need too much for story at that point, but
One just did pop in my head. That's is that him, I think?
yeah.
Wolverine Origins.
Oh, okay.
But I guess that's more so because we thought, I think we're in agreement here, the movie wasn't that good.
Oh God, no, the movie was terrible.
But I think it's actually generally considered the game is pretty good.
Yeah, I had a lot of fun with that game. More so than the other ones I tried, like that Thor one.
Where is he? He's not impossible. One of the cult.
Oh, the Green Lantern game was one.
That's a good one. Yeah, we had fun with that.
I actually wouldn't mind playing that again.
Rise of the Manhunters, I think it
If
was.
the Manhunter.
Yeah. Got slammed in reviews, but I mean, for the type of game it was. And then again, the movie was crap, but maybe there's a correlation. Bad movies, good games.
Yeah.
Thank you. He just came over to say hello, I guess.
I know. He was waiting. He knew he leveled up. So he's
Yeah.
like, you're leveling up. I'm sorry.
We'll wait till we get back to town and check everything out. Oh, my bloodlust leveled up to level 2.
Oh, yeah, me too. If I just wanted to use it. I'm guessing you can trigger one if it's full, or you can just wait for a second.
Yeah, I guess it extends it.
We were really pissed off. Yes. I apparently have plenty of bullets for everyone.
Yeah, you think with how much firepower you lay down that there'd be no way they'd lose. You basically got machine guns in your hands. Alright, let's grab this. And then do our items and inventory.
Yeah, what do I got? Let's see. Not quite the skill points I need. How many do I need? Oh, what is this? It's an upgrade.
Alright, that's too big of an upgrade for me to pass, I think.
Yes. That's the one I got rid of.
Oof. It's a big jump in damage, but I lose health drain. I don't want to lose health drain.
I just need more skill points. That's what I need. I pretty much use everything else. So. What is that? Fire rapid and then let's pistol shots in front of you. That's too complicated. 1,035. Ooh, no. Yeah, I have all these things I want to do, but I don't have any skill points available. That's fine. Throw a torch. No. 7, 8.
We keep that.
I'll hold. I just need more skill points. It's all good. All part of the game. Now, inventory. What does that do? Armor, cooldown, resistance, health. Armor, damage, health, ton attack. Ooh, what's that? Yes. Alright, now I got a cool looking pirate hat. With a skull. I'm all decked out. Armor, regen, health, energy. Yeah. More health drain? Yes, please. Man, if only the people could see my screen. This is the most amazing thing.
Figures.
Yeah.
What time is it? 4, okay. I hope you all are doing well at home, by the way. What was your favorite open world game? This is something I was talking about during the Saboteur. And the only wrong answer is Saints Row 4. Even though Gat Out of Hell is also bad. If it wasn't for collecting the orbs, I would really have like 90% less of an issue with.
I don't know what it is about Saints Row 4, man. I like the fact that you just get in there and it's like full go.
Yeah. No, again, if it wasn't that you have to advance the story by collecting.
Yeah. And the Christmas stuff, too. I love the Christmas stuff. I mean, it'd be easy to say Vice City. Which I think I answered as my favorite.
Grand Theft Rockstar, yeah.
Red Dead is up there. I mean, it's quality stuff. The Tomb Raider trilogy games I really enjoyed. Especially the first. The newer trilogy.
Oh, those are more open world. I only played the original games back in the day.
Yeah, I mean it's the plot-wise linear, but you can go from section to section, and the setting of the first one especially was a Japanese island, World War II era type. Enjoyed that one. The Saints Row games are actually, I think I enjoyed as a franchise the Saints Row games more than the Grand Theft Auto. Although that's not really fair because the Saints games kind of follow.
Yeah.
Like they're all connected, not like the Grand Theft Auto ones. And I've only actually beaten Grand Theft Auto Vice City. I played San Andreas. I don't think none of the Grand Theft Autos connect, do they? Outside of maybe the DS, like a side DS one.
Outside of like DLC for like 4, like Battle of the Gaytonian and all that. No, I don't recall any of them having any actual like connections.
And what would be your favorite?
The ones I had up there were Infamous 1, Saints Row 2. I think those were my top. Mainly because of the story and the characters in 2 versus the rest of them. And it bordered that nice tone of being comedic, but at the same time still having an air of reality to it.
Yeah, no, I mean, that's completely fair. Oh, look at this guy, just new.
Yeah,
He doesn't matter.
He was not as tough as I thought he was going to be. That's a Blood Crusher. It's a bloodletter riding a thing called a Juggernaut, which is like a robotic rhino.
Oh, I'm looking that up. So, I guess, and then I just started thinking some games I would consider not really, like Alan Wake is an open world. I mean, there are parts where you can roam around a bit, but I guess it's not traditionally open world.
So. Open world light, maybe?
Yeah. Probably another phrase. Never played any of the Assassin's Creed games. I think you did? One, maybe?
Yeah, I played Assassin's Creed 2, and I played Assassin's Creed Origins, and I wasn't really a big fan of them. They were alright, but I think Jason back in the day played the first one. I remember we were over at his place one night doing the drinking thing and hanging out, and
wasn't there a pirate one?
yeah, I think it was called Black Flag. Yeah.
Oh, geez, would Metal Gear Solid be considered open world? That would completely change my answer.
I would say, from everything I know, because I haven't really followed the series past watching you play 4, I think the 5th one is. But I wouldn't say the others were. Though I don't remember too much about 4.
No, I mean, I guess it's how you define open world.
Yeah, I think it's supposed to be like
split up into acts.
Yeah.
You know, once you get to a certain act, you're not going back. So.
Yeah, I think it has to be like one.
Like for the most part, access to every area.
Yeah, you have one giant map that you run around on.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. Makes sense. I probably should have known that. My favorite open world game is Life.
Game of life. That guy.
Poor guy. I'm starting to feel sorry for some of them.
I don't know. This might be the turning point where they. Nope, never mind. I thought this would be it, where they Be able to overwhelm us with just pure numbers, but ain't happening.
All right, let me give this a shot because I don't know why this just popped in my head, but a movie property that has never had a game that you think.
War games.
Say what?
War games.
Oh, the Matthew Broderick?
Yeah.
You said that kind of fast. Does that mean you've thought about this?
Nope. I was just thinking about war games for some reason when you said that. Where you play as Matthew Broderick.
And would the final level just be tic-tac-toe?
It would just be tic-tac-toe. Yeah. It would be kind of like Alan Wake, but with mini games. Let me put it that way. It'd be a third-person style game where you play as Matthew Broderick. Where at the end, when you beat the game, you unlock the ability to play through the game again as Inspector Gadget, Matthew Broderick. Experience the game in a whole new way. Heck, you could just call it Matthew Broderick the game, and then just.
I was about to say,
based
why
it
stop
on
there?
those
You could be
movies.
Ferris Bueller. Even though I despise that movie. I don't just despise the movie. I despise Ferris Bueller himself. But
You hear that, Matthew Broderick?
actually, I was thinking for some reason Galaxy Quest.
Okay, yeah. That'd be an easy one to port over into like a video game format, you know.
Space Epic.
Yeah, it's Star Trek, but better in every manageable possible way.
That's another one I need to see again. You have to have that.
Yes, yes.
Have they seen it recently? Because I know they've seen it.
Not recently, no.
Maybe fire that up. 'Cause
Oh yeah, that's one of Dad's favorites. And it's got Sam Rockwell in it, right? So
it does,
you know.
yeah. I've yet to see a bad movie with him in it.
What is that over there on the mini map? Oh, that was a light that was on the mini map, and I thought it was like an item or something. But because the map is see-through, it.
Oh, yeah. Just numbers popping everywhere. Yeah, level 33.
At a point, you just get numb to it with these games. Oh, hey, another level.
I'm hoping I get that skill. There was some pretty neat stuff. I just don't have the skill points. Still. Okay.
No, you got caught on a turret.
Some neat sound effects of this guy over here.
If I'm gonna be a little more serious, maybe Legend.
Oh.
Do it like those Telltale games, or Dark Picture Anthology.
Yeah, that's a good one.
With bobblehead Tom Cruise and all.
An epic Tim Curry.
Yeah, Tim Curry, man.
Oh, Labyrinth game.
Oh yeah.
That could even be kind of like you could play even the different characters, Hoggle and the other
the others.
The big guy.
And all of the others.
The little rat guy on the dog.
Yeah, you could. It could be one of those character switch games where you switch between them
Yeah.
to do different puzzles or different parts of the.
By the ancestors.
No, I guess these things are gonna spawn and then the gate will open.
And then that just kind of gave me an idea of the transition. Muppet games. There had to have been Muppet games, right?
I am willing to bet that there were at least something, even as far back as a Commodore, even if it's like learn your ABCs kind of crap.
Yeah. This might get a lot of help.
It goes down all the same.
Nope, it just takes a little longer. How would you like for that to be your duty assignment? Where'd you get assigned to? Oh, that gate that only opens if we're all dead.
If we're all dead. That sounds like something the Marine Corps would do. That was it? You didn't want to give us like a big boss and we're in an arena. With a pile of... Okay, here we go. Thank you.
This worm seeks to deter her flesh.
Alright, give us something nice and juicy. Or just an ambush. Alright. There we go. Big guy. Well, not that big of a guy.
Before the Bloodborne brings half the city down. Gorchev got his people.
Oh, you almost went down, huh?
Jurgen.
Easy peasy. Well, he wasn't waiting. He's like, they're not leveling up this time. Now, I think I already know the answer to this, but favorite Muppet?
Oh, I don't think you do know the answer.
I think I do.
Okay, go for it.
Is it Rolf?
It is.
Yeah.
I don't know why either. It is. Maybe like wrong.
That's not a bad design. Like that floppy-eared dog kind of thing. Now the question is, can you guess mine?
I don't think it's. For some reason, I don't think it's going to be like one of the obvious ones. Maybe Return of the Fozzie. Peter?
It's Fozzie.
Oh.
It's Fozzie. Yeah, Fozzie Bear. Because he tells bad jokes. And I think, for whatever reason, I think that's funny.
I mean, he fit the show perfect, right? You know, entertainer, joke person that's not that good.
Not that good at it, yeah.
For a variety show.
God, whatever happened to Muppets? Those things were so huge. You had the kids cartoon, which ran into that issue because they had that Star Wars in the opening.
Oh yeah, I got the last movie on Blu-ray. I thought that was pretty good. One with Jason Segel.
Oh
And
yeah, we went to the theater to see that.
Yeah.
Tristan brought that up actually not too long ago.
Yeah,
T-Dog.
I think that's a pretty good one actually.
Yeah, yeah.
No, but yeah, it was. I'm sure it's. I mean, I'm kind of out of touch with the streaming stuff. I'm pretty sure it's got to be on some streaming service, right? Whoever owns the rights.
Yeah, I don't know who owns it. I'll try that. Health drain 134.
Okay, do I have said skills to pay the bills? I don't even remember what I was looking at. What was I looking to do? 4, 6. No, I need like 15 to do everything I want to do. Range attacks.
I need 3 more levels to upgrade my turrets, so. I wonder, can you equip multiple skills of the same type? I'm gonna have to try that sometimes.
That's a good question.
Because if so, then I can have up to 9 turrets out, and that's what I kind of want to aim for.
I kind of want to get rid of just some of my normal attacks that I don't even use.
Yeah, right. I got rid of, like, my melee, which was more or less my normal attack.
I don't know. I mean, I use the traps all the time.
I don't want to get rid of that because it heals us.
I just need more points. Something will come up. No, freedom is crap.
Don't we always?
Got my secrets.
So what's a co-op game you're looking forward to doing? Other than Chaosbane, of course. This is what we're doing.
Hold on, I gotta. Where is it? Wait. Oh. Oh, I don't have a skill points. Okay. I don't know. I don't think. I'm trying to think if I have any on my wish list. Even. I don't think I have any lined up. I know we talked about we're going to get back into Left 4 Dead, but I'm trying to think of anything new. Yeah, none I can think of right now. Doing my stuff. I know it's not new, but I am looking forward to getting back into Fear 3.
Ah, yeah, Fear 3.
Find that out again. Little Nightmares 3. Hopefully we'll have a good time with that one.
Yeah. I'm ready when you are.
Alright.
No, unless you wanted to call it. I don't know what time it is.
No.
Okay. All right.
How about you? Got anything,
Co-op wise, shoot, I'd have to look at the list.
There's probably something. We always mention games, and there's probably always something.
There's always something that slips by. Yeah.
I don't think I'm getting rid of this hat just because I love the way it looks. I don't normally play like that. I usually try to go by whatever's best gear-wise, but this hat.
Yeah, it can suck to get rid of a good looking item, but the game does have an option to keep the look of an item.
Oh, I did not know that. That's a really good option.
But get the stat bonuses of something better.
Wish more games would do that, right?
Yeah, because sometimes you just like the look of something. In fact, I think in one of my Elix videos I bring that up. Where I'm like, you know, if it wasn't for the fact that this weapon's effective, I'd be using something different.
Yeah.
Have it your way. Alright, destroy the shrines.
Yeah, they could have just said that.
Alright, hold on, let's go back here for a second.
Yeah, I leveled up actually. Not enough points. I need one more point.
Alright. I'm good. Let's just go this way and wrap our way around. I shoot for like 11k damage. Oh, I see now.
That's it.
I saw where some of the shrines are located. Alright, so it's not going to have to be one of those where you have to go looking. Big guy.
Too much pressure. I don't want to explode.
Follow me. Lead the way, Jump Master.
You want to live forever? Is that what you guys used to say when you jump out of the planes?
Yeah, if they were, if it was a tailgate jump,
Need to wait a few minutes.
the Jump Master would jump first. And you'd say follow me. Otherwise, if it was out the side of a plane, like a where you could tailgate a C-132, but if you were jumping off the side door, everyone else would jump out first, and you would go after them. But if you're doing a tailgate, they would follow you. Oh, what was that?
Oh, just probably letting us know they're doing something.
Shrine. Oh, did we destroy one?
Oh yeah, I guess we shot and blew it up off
Just shot
screen.
one up. Oh, by Sigmar. Oh, yeah, there's one open, I think. I think that's what it looks like, right? Is that it?
No. With chaos, it's hard to tell, though, to be fair.
Oh, it's the pulsating
circle, yeah.
God, how many video games have I played? And I can't.
2. Oh, Chaos Champion, okay. Or a Warrior. Still goes down just as easy.
Wow.
Was there ever a game you played where you had to buy like a strategy guide or something to beat it because there was no way you were going to be able to beat it?
Siren.
Okay.
Because there was a lot of very, very, very little things that you had to do that I probably could have figured out, but... And then if I remember correctly, to get the true ending, it was even more specific about things you had to do, so...
That was one of those games I always thought was neat conceptually, and I enjoyed watching him play through it whenever you played it. Just
Yeah,
not one that I would want to play.
yeah, I would never play through it again. But I'm glad I did. It was a pretty neat idea. Also, if I remember correctly, they all had British voices. They all
Yeah,
Japanese characters
the
with
British.
voices, which was interesting.
There's a lot of that going on with, especially Japanese games at the time, where their English selection was a British dialect.
And was there ever one of those games for you?
Might be a bit of a surprise, but Metal Gear Solid.
Huh.
And the reason was, my copy of Metal Gear Solid is one that I bought used from a game store,
You didn't have the back.
which didn't have the back. So I got to that part and I was like, well, this is a shitty game.
Yeah, it's classic. But I mean, we talked before. There was a time where, no matter the game, if I bought it, I would buy the guide.
By the guide, yeah.
Just 'cause they were cool to look at. Oh, I was really browsing game facts during dinner the other night, and someone had a pretty neat topic that they made that the thought had never even occurred to me. He said, "Remember when games used to come out on Tuesdays?
Oh,
'Cause
yeah.
wasn't that the day? That was like the day new games would come out."
Yeah, that was.
Which, I mean, I don't know if there was even a reason for it, right?
Yeah, nothing I can think of.
Maybe at some point someone's like, you know what? There's nothing going on Tuesdays. Let's just release things on Tuesday.
Tuesday's game day.
I'll always have fond memories of and this is also something we talked about before, going to GameStop
Yeah.
and games and looking at the list, plopping down. I know people say not to pre-order, but plopping down $5 for a game you wanted to pre-order. And
Going to the book, right? They had that book.
yeah,
A list of all the stuff coming out, and you're like, oh, that...
Yeah.
Different days, though. You could pre-order games and
Yeah.
kind of know what you're getting. Nowadays, you don't even really know 9 times out of 10 what a game's going to be like until it releases, because a lot of these trailers are just like cinematic trailers.
Made to get eyeballs on the game, right?
Yeah.
When did that like the most egregious example I can remember, even though I liked the game, everyone points to that Dead Island trailer.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
Which is a pretty cool trailer.
Yeah, they did good with it. 1 second. Let me pop this open. Don't get excited, folks. It's just a Red Bull. Yeah, I remember that caused a lot of backlash. Though I'm kind of confused. Like, I don't know what people were expecting, honestly. Maybe you could explain it. Like,
Yeah.
'Cause
Yeah, I don't know.
So let us know in the comments. What were you expecting when that trailer popped up? Like, was it a different... Were you expecting more traditional survival horror, or what were you all thinking?
Oh, are we thinking of Dead Island too? Get slow enough, maybe.
If it gets, yeah, if it gets for to an affordable price point, I'd be up for doing it if you'd like. Since we played 2 or 1, we played Riptide. Oh, what was that? Like an eruption of blood. Dig it. Yeah, I'd be up for Dead Island 2. I don't know too much about it, other than my boy Sammy B, who do you voodoo, bitch, is not a playable character, I think, which makes me a bit sad, but...
Yeah, I think that was May.
Yeah, May. Yeah. The Blade Master.
Yeah.
Alright, we lighted all those fart spots.
Oh, we were lucky to escape last time. I don't even remember you.
He's the one who summoned that Jabberslythe, but yeah.
Oh,
They all look the same. All these cultists. They always look the same.
well, I guess that's part of being a cult, right?
Yeah, right?
You can't have your own unique look.
Meg knows about that. That's early Family Guy, folks. Early. Back when Stewie was all about, what was it called, matricide?
Yes. You gonna summon someone now to do your work, or what's up?
I used my ability. Chase him down with a buzzsaw. I don't know about you, but I got an extra skill also for the Bloodlust. So instead of just slamming a hammer down, I get like a buzzsaw thing.
Oh, I haven't even triggered mine yet.
Alright, where do we go? Oh, okay. Arrow's pointing this way.
I'm guessing the second one you have to have both filled? Or maybe not.
I think I think it just extends the meter, is all that second orb does.
I'll check it out. Next big thing we have.
I have movement speed. That's why I run faster again. So yeah, for very hard, it's not that hard, actually.
But it is still gives me an excuse to talk about Warhammer stuff, lore stuff.
In Siren,
It's really interesting.
which we need a Siren collection. Then maybe I'd play it. Maybe.
It was kind of a weird transition because I was just thinking of Siren and the sight jacking thing, and for some reason I thought of Lion-O doing that sight thing.
Sight
with the
beyond
world,
sight.
and why there isn't a Thundercats game.
Oh god, open world Thundercats game. I ran about that in Elix for a while when those videos drop later this year. I go a little bit in depth into how there should be a Thundercats one with different characters, so then you could like play Chitara and run across the.
Absolutely perfectly set up.
You got Panthro, so you get access to like mechanic aspects of things. So if you want like crafting, there you go.
Oh wow, I unlocked multiple things. Stop talking. Okay.
Stop talking! You will call her! Oh, he's funny. Liam McFoyle, I think, said it.
Who's the other guy's name?
Ryan. Ryan McFoyle, yeah.
Health 390, yes.
See, that's great damage. I love it, but it doesn't have Eldraine. So, unless something has Eldraine there, I ain't switching it out. Sorry. God, my little dwarf lady's all decked out and stuff.
Oh, Master Armor. I have 91,000 defense.
Really? Is that what your defense is at?
Yeah. I don't know how that's tracked or what. It's 6,500 attack. But... Okay. Okay, I can equip this.
Wait, how much attack do you have?
6,000.
Oh.
What do you have?
I have 13,000. But I've been on the God tree, God skill tree, I've been going purely damage, so.
Oh, I've been doing like my circle things.
Oh, okay. Alright, because I've got like plus 46% damage from my God skill tree.
Yeah, most of my god skills are traps, like the flames of the circles that pop up and.
Gotcha. Yeah, so you're a bit more technical. I'm going with like a raw damage type of thing.
Okay. Do I do that or do I do this? Perform the roll? Not yet.
One more level, I get a new turret. That I want. Oh yeah. Well, I got a title for this video. It's going to be How Keela Met Jurgen. There we go. Yeah. I don't know how you spell your guy's name, but...
Jurgen. All right, check this out, because I'm about, my...
Gen?
Yeah.
All right, got it.
I got the attack that does the condemn thing, and it slows them down and increases damage. I can upgrade that so that for every condemned enemy that dies, all players regain health and energy, and your cooldowns are reduced.
Oh, that would be helpful with my turret spam. Especially.
So I'm going to go ahead and... I'm going to have to... unequip and then equip the higher version. Perfect. Nice.
I still don't know how to do this gem crafting though.
Where am I at? What is this? Oh, I see where the damage ones are now. They're not actual skills.
No, they're little circles.
Okay.
If you go to your inventory and push in the right thumbstick, you can set the appearance you want for your character with the gear.
Let me do some more of these attack things because I don't. All these skill points, circles that
Just bump stats.
Yeah,
Or-
it just bumps ass because all the other ones, everything else is just gonna cost more skill points, and I don't get them enough, you know.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. What's a good one to go?
Oh, a co-op game I was thinking of, looking forward to. Just because I'm hoping they steer clear of the quarry. Is that new Dark Pictures anthology one?
Mm.
The one in
Oh
space.
yeah, yeah, that's a good choice. One I did not think of.
So, folks, also leave in the comments. We'll do a running tally of it. Does this count as a podcast, and explain why or why not? Is it because we deviate from topic to topic? Is it because it's just two dumb old guys rambling about absolutely nothing? Is it because we're actively playing something while discussing, which is a lot harder to do? Let me give a major kudos to streamers, the big names, or even small names. If you play games and you try and commentate, ain't easy.
Yeah, it's
So props.
making it sound interesting and yeah, it's definitely a skill to it. I absolutely, and I'm not just saying this, I absolutely could not do it.
Sure you can. You've been doing it.
Nah, I've been riding your tails, coattails.
Don't tell them about my tales. Like in Shallow Hal, which isn't that great of a movie, but it's okay.
I've been riding your shirt tails, your duck tails, all the other tails.
Well, what about wasn't the Shirt Tales, right? The cartoon.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Look that one up, folks. If you were a fan of the 70s and 80s cartoon era, you should know who the Shirt Tails are. They're just, spoiler, they're just a bunch of Care Bear sized animals that wear t-shirts.
Pretty much. But no pants?
And no pants. Not to be confused with, what were they, the Pawpaws? About the bears that live in the tree and they have the totems that come to life?
Wait, was it that them or was that the gummy bears?
Gummy bears also lived in a tree. Alright, I don't know why they thought all bears live in trees, but...
Bouncing here and there and everywhere. That's all I know.
Lies adventures, da-da-da-da. They are the gummy bears. They had a video game. Oh. I think it was SNES. Never played it, but... Dun, 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 courageous and daring, faithful, da 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 da. Gummy bears. Yeah. What was it? Knights of King... No, King Arthur and the Knights of Justice. You ever hear about that?
No.
Alright, it's a cartoon about a football team, a high school football team that gets transported to a mythical world of, like, Arthurian legend. And, of course, the quarterback's name was, like, Arthur or something. Look them up. There's a whole toy line. I'll send you a link on it. They came out with toys. They had vehicles. But the whole shtick was they were, like, football players. So, like, the linebackers were different people, and they used Arthurian legend as, like, the backdrop for what was going on. It was one of those bonkers ideas of stuff in the 90s that they were trying. Kind of like Food Fighters, which was food with arms that fought each other for some reason. Barnyard Commandos.
Ants, remember ants?
Ants, yep. Oh, ants.
But then you had really, really, really cool ones like Battle Beasts.
Battle Beasts, yeah. Which were Transformers.
Yeah.
You know, up until a few years ago, I didn't know that they were part of the Transformer line. Visionaries was always one of my favorites, and humanoids. Robotics.
Yep.
Still not the best opening to a cartoon or theme song. That, in my book, goes to pole position. So.
See, I'd be biased and pick one that I grew up, idolizing. Like Transformers, G.I. Joe.
I know Thundercats is good. A lot of people say
Yeah,
Thundercats, but
Thundercats.
pole position, Visionaries is another really good one I like. Their opening. Spiral Zone's opening's really good. It's just a dead art now. They don't really do that much anymore. With like theme songs. He really had it out for you for some reason. Two stupid dogs.
Ren and Stimpy.
Yep.
That came out when I was in high school, and we would sit in science class and quote the space episode, the Space Madness episode.
Oh, Space Madness, yeah.
Space Madness. Ren starts chewing on the soap, I think it was.
Yes.
My beloved ice cream
Hold on.
bar.
1 second. Do I have enough to switch it out? Yes, I do. Alright, shoots rockets. Okay.
Oh, wow. Turret.
Yeah, this one shoots rockets. Let me see real quick if I can equip a lower level as well. No, you can't. You can only equip one of the ability. Alright, so I can't have more than that. Let me put that back on then. Yeah.
A bit of overkill. But...
Yeah, I was hoping I could be like a turret master and
The greatest Motorhead song, by the way.
turret master? Oh.
Although Turret Master would have been a good song too.
What was it? Motor Master was Transformers?
I think so. Is that one of the combiners?
The Stunticons, yeah.
Menasor, I think, was the combined form.
Menasor, yeah. We'll have to get Gabe on here sometime. I think he owns this game. He'll be able to tell us. He knows all the Transformer stuff.
Yeah.
You're more the comic guy. He's I mean, you grew up with Transformers too, but I mean, he follows that stuff.
He is the
He follows that stuff. I think I do the Warhammer stuff pretty decent. Not great, but well enough. So, I mean, look at that. We got our bases covered with the nerd stuff pretty well.
If only there was some competition.
Unless we want to get into, well, Toy Line's Transformers, but I would have to bar him from picking Transformers. We'd have to do a... You know what? Maybe I'll do that sometime. Maybe I'll do like a Jeopardy version of, you know, if I can figure out a way to do live streaming without, because Nvidia screwed me over. I've been pursuing maybe doing like YouTube live stream and live streaming through them, and, for ease of use, so I don't have to deal with OBS.
Have you done YouTube before?
No, I haven't. I just noticed recently. But try and do like a live stream and have people come on and do like challenges like that.
Too much pressure. I don't want to explode.
Whoa.
Courage the Cowardly Dog was always great. You were a fan of Kids Next Door, right? I think.
Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't watch it religiously, but yeah, I thought it was a really neat concept, and they built.
Yeah, they had what, Dad? Wasn't that like one of the bad guys?
Yeah.
Father. Maybe?
Father.
All right, let me switch this ability out real quick.
They had a pretty neat concept too, and what were their nemesis? The kids, creepy kids next door. Was that their actual name?
Oh, you were more well versed in that stuff with that show than I was.
I think that was their actual name, like the
Creepy
creepy
Kids.
kids next door or something. Maybe I'm misremembering that. But... Ed and Eddie.
That is a great show. That's one that it had to grow on me, but when it did, it. And it's aged extremely well. Very smart show. Oh, hold on. Cover me. You know who that is. I'm coming, buddy.
My liege.
Come on in, Captain Loco. Let's go. Yeah, get up there. Get up there. Come on, get up. Yep. Lay down. Alright, lay down, boob. I'll move the blanket. There we go. Let me put my headphones on. Captain Loco has joined the cat. Give him a couple pets.
What a catastrophe.
Lay down, boob. Killing me, Smalls. You're killing me. Alright. Johnny Bravo. Whoop.
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry.
That kind of reminds me, and again, this random thought that came into my head when I was reading about the Sunny and Abbott crossover thing. An Always Sunny Scooby-Doo crossover.
Oh my god. I would love that. Big Scooby-Doo fan, so. They did have that Supernatural one, which was also really good. Even though I'm not a big fan of Supernatural.
I read a pretty good book for our viewers, if anyone's interested. It was about, it's called Meddling Kids, a horror book, fiction, about a group of, like a Scooby-Doo group. And then after they solve their big case, they kind of go their separate ways, and then they grow up, and then it kind of all falls back into their last case that they did.
I think you've at least told me about that. I think we've talked about it.
Yeah, it was a really good book. If anyone's interested, I forget the author. I apologize. It's called Meddling Kids.
Which reminds me, I did read
Oh, Animosity.
Animosity.
Yeah, I think I mentioned to you. Yeah, this guy is nothing. That I liked, I liked it, but when it went like the Walking Dead route, I was like, eh. Like I really would have been interested to read like again. I use this for the other one, like a slice of life, like how life would have happened and everything,
Yeah.
living each other with each other, you know.
Yeah, I've only
I
read the
thought that would have been
first
interesting.
book, and I'm about halfway through the second.
Pathetic wretch. You dare challenge the might of Korn. Destroy her.
Oh, it's up to you. How come he was smaller than the other two?
Um, oh, wait. I forgot I had this. No, I mean, not that it mattered.
A and B is what I had.
I didn't even do B. I was just pressing A. But
Yeah, it's okay so far. I dug some of it. Oh, pull me back.
What's going on?
Pulled you back.
I thought
yeah.
Morgrim's act.
Kill as many of
I'm about sick of Teclis. I'm not gonna lie. I mean,
He's an elf. Damn elves. You want to know what my nightmare is? Is if they did a Warhammer movie and all the elves were cast by Canadians. Alright, you want to call it? You want to keep going?
let's take a minute, regroup if you don't mind, and then we'll call it.
Okay. Yeah, it's not a bad idea to call it. Made a lot of headway, so
Oh, 140 health drain, yes.
I see you, buddy. I know. I'm petting you there.
Oh, is someone jealous?
Oh, he is very jealous. He's a big noodle butt. You should see him. His new thing is he'll demand that he gets towels heated up, so he'll sit on their bed and just meow loudly until somebody goes to heat up some towels so he can lay on 'em.
That sounds about right, huh? Yeah, I miss the little guy. But I'll see him next week. 5 points to spend, 1 point to spend. Oh yeah.
I guess we have to unlock someone to do those gems, because I ain't seen a way to do that.
Hold on. Oh, it's boss rush. Why is the donation guy also running the boss
Yeah.
rush basket?
He's cutting the deal both ways. Don't trust him. I'll do some research and look up how to equip gems onto items. There's got to be a way to do it. So
Yeah.
maybe we haven't gotten there yet, or I don't know. So, anywho, we're going to call it here, right?
Yeah, if you don't mind.
All right, folks. I'm going to call it here. I was wondering why my defense and attack keep alternating, and then I remembered that I have that ability that switches out between improved damage and improved attack, so...
I got 123,000 defense now.
I range from 110 to 129, and then attack is 12 to 15,000.
Yeah, I'm now bumped up to 12,000.
Oh, okay. So now we're more comparable, yeah.
Now the game will be much easier.
Even easier,
Thank
because
God,
again,
yeah.
we're on, like, if I go to change difficulty, the next one is Chaos 1, but it says the content's currently locked, so. And it goes up to Chaos 10.
Oh. Well.
Which gives us a lot. Plus 2,437% experience. So, alright everybody, we're going to call it here. Thanks for joining us. We'll probably be a bit more chat. I mean, I think we've been pretty chatty. Most of the time what happens is towards the end we start to pitter out a bit more, we get quieter.
Yeah.
Just age catching up, and really we kind of front load the conversations a lot.
Yeah.
We got to worry about work on the pacing of that a bit. It'll come in time, especially as we start to do this more. We did have a bit of a period where we weren't doing co-op stuff as much, so we're starting to get back into a groove now. All right, everybody, I'm gonna call it. Hope you take care. To my subscribers, you all stay awesome and have an amazing day. Drive by Rubneck and Viewers. Catch you next time. Until then, everyone, you have a good morning, a good afternoon, and a good night.
Night, everyone.